Hi, welcome back to my show. My name is Jeetujayson and you're watching apparently my show. If you have a good name for this show, do let me know in the comment section. So let's get started with the first news of the day, which is PhysicsWallah makes a U-turn on schools. They lean on AI for growth, Q4 this year's earnings report. Um, so PhysicsWallah they spent years claiming that schools were the future, as if they weren't the past to begin with. Then investors demanded profitability, money talks, bullshit walks, or something like that. And suddenly AI became the future. The product didn't change, by the way. The product didn't change because students changed. It changed because capital markets changed. It demanded that. So talk about a bitch. Okay, that's what this is. When money talks, bullshit walks. I'm kind of against it. I think, in my opinion, schools and universities should be either free or it should pay a small stipend, especially if the student is above 14 years of age, which is the legal age for employment or labor in this country. So once you're above 14, I think schools and universities should actually pay you a small stipend, and the better you perform, the more money you should be allowed to make, because then everything is aligned. All the incentives are aligned perfectly. The students who perform better get paid, so the incentive is there, and the schools would actually teach something that is of value in terms of making money. And the money that these schools and universities pay in stipends should come from corporations, and corporations would only pay you if you're actually teaching them something useful. So it incentivizes everyone correctly. Corporations would pay only if the schools are doing a good job, and the schools would only pay if it is actually producing some kind of that money. So if the students are not learning something that actually produces money, then corporations would not fund universities for their stipends and all. So this incentivizes everything correctly. Right now, schools function using negative reinforcement, which means it just feels shitty going to school and universities, because you have there's tremendous negative pressure. The vibe is all negative, at least for people like me. And if you do a good job, if you perform better in school, then you are rewarded. So it's negative punishment. Negative punishment, for those who don't know, is you keep beating somebody with a stick, and if they do something right, then you stop beating them. That's what negative reinforcement is, as opposed to positive punishment, which is only when you do something wrong, you're beaten with a stick. Otherwise not. So I want to change universities from negative reinforcement style of training to positive reward style of teaching, where by default nothing happens to you. You're not punished for anything. If you perform better, you get rewarded with money. So that kind of an incentive structure, which is similar to how you have it in employment. You're paid for performance. You're not actually being punished every second, and only when you do things right, they stop punishing you. That's negative reinforcement. It doesn't work anywhere, not even with animals. I think maybe with animals it might work, but it's a very cruel and unethical way of doing things, in my opinion. So that's my take on this. I think this whole coaching industry is just nonsense. Other countries don't have this. Only we are the only people who kind of teach students twice, as if like what, we are retarded or something. No, this is not the way to go. Schools and universities should pay a small stipend, and the money should ideally come from corporation, and they will only pay you if you're actually teaching them something that would make money for the corporations when they get a job. So that's my take. If you think I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section. I would love to be challenged on my idea, and if you think there's a better way of doing things, do let me know. But this is just my opinion, okay? This is not some hard and fast rule. This is just what I think, and I worked as a teacher, and I've been a shitty student all my life, ironically. Okay, fate loves irony, I guess. So that's just my understanding about teaching versus learning. I think teaching should be incentivized with money, so that everything falls into place. Corporations would pay only those institutions that actually teach the tools of the trade, as opposed to just some mumbo jumbo nonsense. Anyway, that's my take. Let me know what you think in the comment section.